I'm taking my mask off because I think there's good social distancing here between me and the audience, but do keep your mask on, please. Taiwan's safe, and I think we should keep it that way. So thank you very much. My name is Chris Calderon. I'll just be very quick here. I'm an IMBA alumni. I'm now the president of the IMBA Alumni Association, so if you do come here and become an alumni, there's an association for you. And it's continuing to develop. I think we have almost over 800, almost now getting towards 1,000 alumni. Okay, so let me go over a little bit of my experience here that I can help kind of guide you and figure out what it meant for me and what it might mean for you. Okay, I'll just give you a really quick timeline. I've been in Taiwan many years, over 25. I was here also the first time in 1992. I was studying Chinese in Shida. Basically I've been in Asia now back and forth since about late 1980s. I did a BA, political science, and master's in the United States also. Studied in Beijing and Taipei. And then I was in the tech field for about 10 years until I did my IMBA in 2004 and 2006. And then after that, I pretty much graduated, got my classes done, and I moved right into the financial industry, the investment industry. And I was with one company for 8 years, and then I moved to another one, which is also an affiliate or a client of theirs, Triorium, where I am now. I'm the vice president, heading research, and I'm also American Chamber of Commerce member. Okay, why the IMBA? Why did I come here? Okay, well, there's a couple. First, I was introduced by a friend who was a student here, Steve Kaufman, who started in 2003. He said it was a great program. I came here and I fell in love with it. I thought it was great to go back to school, and I wanted to build on my career. And some of the goals I had was I wanted to change industries. I was interested in tech, but I didn't want to become an engineer, and a lot of times you really want to move up, you have to become an engineer to do that. I wanted to move up in management, therefore I was already middle management, but I wanted to go up to upper management. I wanted to work and study at the same time, that's why I picked here. And also, too, I wanted to stay in Asia, that's why I picked here. And the good thing is why was the IMBA such a great place to do it? Well, first, NCCU and the College of Commerce is the best business school in Taiwan. Okay, it's one of the best in Asia. Okay, and that really made a big difference. And I can tell you, even today, it still makes a big difference. And the IMBA program is one of the most advanced English-taught international MBA programs. There are coming up, a couple were coming up at the same time. We were the first, and it really is still the best. And I'll tell you why later on, maybe if we have a discussion, why that's important. And also, too, I wanted to focus on my business education, my learning, and my networking. Okay, the networking is the soft side. The business education is the hard side, the hard skills. You can get both here. And then the tuition was actually much, much more reasonable than if I'd studied somewhere else. Okay, it was really reasonable. Okay, and that's great. I wish people realized that. But you can go anywhere, but you're going to pay for it. And then the IMBA experience for me, it was a great variety of courses. I loved the courses here. I thought that the courses were very informative. There was actually some courses I didn't take, and now I was just talking to Lichi, and I think I may come back and sit in on them because they are very important and very informational courses. You really do have, when they say international MBA, it really is international. The students are international, the professors are international, the staff is international. And that's really something that you get here probably better than any other program. It's group focused often. You do a lot of projects together. Again, those soft skills and the presentations. Okay, in the tech field, I saw a lot of people didn't know how to present here. They learned that. And also, too, they had very many interesting lectures and speakers from the top industrial companies around Taiwan. And the support staff were excellent, really. I hand it to the support staff here in the administration. Okay, I completed my courses in 2 years. I think most of you will. I was here 2004 to 2006. Okay, that's a very important time because when I got done, you'll find out later, it was a financial crisis, right? So it's a very important thing to remember as we enter the COVID-19 era. I completed my thesis while I was already hired by a company. And my thesis actually, I can't stress enough, the thesis can play a very important role in your future development and your future job search. My thesis had direct impact on my securing the position and getting into a new industry. And also Taiwan too, and for those of you in Taiwan, if there's some foreigners here, Taiwan values education. You know, I meet chairmen, I meet the CFOs, I meet the CEOs. They ask, where did you go to school? Who was your professor? What courses did you take? You know, Taiwan is an R&D center, and this is a place for research. So pre and post IMBA. Before, as I mentioned, I worked in the tech field. Before I reached kind of a limit to how much future promotion I could get there, and I had an MA, but I wasn't really focused on too much business learning. So afterwards, I found that my IMBA and my Chinese language skills, which I recommend people consider if they're from another country, really helped me attract potential employers. Also, too, my IMBA strengthened my understanding of business management. I knew about business. I wasn't a rookie, but I learned a lot here from different industries which I had no exposure to, and that's the key. And also, too, the IMBA and NCCU are great organizations to be in Taiwan in because it's such a famous business school. For networking purposes alone, it's great. I'm in the financial industry. I go to all these companies. The CFOs, most of them are from NCCU, increasingly from IMBA. And also, too, there's continued linkages with the IMBA and NCCU. That's why I wanted to get involved in the Alumni Association. Okay, and you can use this for your personal and career development. It also makes you want to learn more. Since I finished my MBA, I did a certificate from Wharton for asset management. I'm doing also wealth management certificates. You're in the world of business, you're going to need to know more and learn more and be back in class every so often. Okay. And you get to see the world from a broader perspective too, not just from your company or from industry focus, from a broader perspective. Okay, I'll just go a couple last slides here. Some challenges that I faced that maybe you will face. Okay, challenge one: decide on your thesis topic. Okay, very important. Start early. Okay, like I said, I'll hopefully explain it to you, but I think you'll find it's very important to do that. Focus on it. Don't let that hold you up from getting your IMBA. Okay. Also, you need the focus to get your courses done so you can go then get your thesis done. Okay, so just focus on your courses so you can move into that thesis part. And sometimes working and studying means you have to delay or maybe put your family on hold, okay, for a while. So I already had my wife, but I didn't. My son wasn't born until after I got the diploma. Okay, but sometimes you have to make that decision, and that was a challenge for us. Some of your challenges that you're facing now as students going in, okay, COVID-19. As I mentioned, I got out. I went into the financial industry, and the global financial industry was collapsing. Okay, we're luckily in some ways, it's this is something where in Taiwan we're very safe. Okay, so I think we're still dealing with it though globally. Okay, so COVID-19 is impacting global, all the countries and also industries too. Preparing for an unclear future. Because of all this, there's so many changes, we don't know what the next steps are going to be. But here in Taiwan, we have the safety to do that, to figure out what's going to happen. Make your students, make yourselves and your fellow students more visible to these employers. Remember, they're under the gun too. They're facing a lot of pressure. They're trying to figure out what they need and what kind of people they need, and how do you make yourself relevant for that. Okay. And also too, focus on the present while you're still preparing for the future. Those are challenges that we have to do even more than in usual times. And finally, if I could have done some things differently. I know you're just starting, but you think about it. If you hear what I could have done differently, maybe you'll think about it when you're going in. First was, I wish I'd taken some more courses. If I had more time, I was working and studying at the same time. But if I could have taken more courses, like the SME course, I would have done it. Maybe I will. I wish I'd spent more time talking to my professors, not just about the course, but just about, in general, the industries. We've got all these professors with all this experience, use them, and their doors are open. I wish I joined more complementary organizations while I was a student. I became a member of AmCham after, but trade associations, chambers of commerce, these are all things that you can develop to build your network while you're still studying. It's not going to be easy to find positions now. That's why I focus on your education now. Further research on my thesis. My thesis got me hired in a way. I wish I developed it for a professional, maybe even for an R&D paper. And then finally, take advantage of study abroad opportunities. There were some. I didn't take them. I was already abroad, right? But in reality, I wish I had studied maybe in other courses. For the Taiwanese here, I think it's a very great opportunity to study in Europe, anywhere. Okay, there's a lot of places you should take that because Taiwan is becoming more international. Okay. So thank you very much. We look forward to you becoming part of the IMBA family, and I wish you all the much great success.
Thank you, Chris. Sorry, I forgot very important information here. Chris is now our president of the alumni of IMBA, so he's always actively join the current students' activity and also try his best to promote the IMBA program. Yeah, so thank you very much.